When it comes to North Korea, the Trump administration says every day is a step closer to war. To some it may be a war of words, but the US soldiers on the ground in Camp Humphreys, in South Korea, live that potential conflict every minute, every day. Just 120 kilometers south of the border with North Korea, they are actively preparing and planning for war, a ground invasion and occupation that could take years. 7.30 was granted extensive access to the base, a logistics center, a staging post and a key part of US war plans as it faces off against a nuclear-armed enemy. On a foggy, icy morning at 6 a.m., thousands of soldiers across Camp Humphreys are doing their daily drills in preparation for war. The whole camp is on a war footing as tensions ramp up on the Korean peninsula. On another part of the base in a spacious apartment, First Sergeant Mary Myers is getting her kids up and ready for school. She's a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan, but North Korea could be her biggest mission yet. She says the soldiers are ready. If conflict breaks out, her kids will be evacuated within hours and shall be deployed immediately. So, drop kids off and fight. Sergeant Myers drops her kids off at one of the 6 schools within the base before heading to work. She says having her family with her makes her a better soldier. If you're taking care of a soldier's family, then they are going to take care of you. And the command understands this. That's because if you don't care about their family, why are they going to go the extra mile to help the mission out? If war breaks out, Camp Humphreys will be the command center for intelligence and communication and, of course, much of the strike power at the base is kept secret. But the US military did allow 7.30 to look at Apache attack helicopters. Chief Warrant Officer Rocky Myers is in charge of 23 Apaches. They are by far the most advanced aircraft in the world, he said. These Apaches would be in the first wave of attacks into North Korea. They are fully computerized and specialize in search and destroy missions. Chief Warrant Officer Myers said North Korea could not match their weaponry. Camp Humphreys is a constant hive of activity. War games and training go on 24 hours a day. Army spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Peggy Kitchley claims the US is the finest fighting force in history. We train for conflict all the time. Our job is to be ready, and we do that right here. I am very confident on our ability to react in case of conflict. More than other US bases, Camp Humphreys operates much like an American city, with blocks of apartments, shopping malls, churches and gyms. And there are all the familiar American fast food restaurants like Burger King or Taco Bell. It's relatively safe, just beyond the front line and out of range of conventional North Korean artillery. It's where the US will consolidate most of its forces in Korea. When it is finished in 2020, Camp Humphreys will house 46,000 military personnel, making it the biggest overseas US base in the world. The South Korean government will pay 90% of the $14 billion expansion, making a mockery of Donald Trump's claims in his election campaign that South Korea does pay for US military defense. Under treaty obligations, Australian troops would most likely come to Camp Humphreys to assist in any war effort.